College Cooking with Caitlyn.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to College Cooking with Caitlyn. For this week's episode, I will be showing you how to make one of my favorite side dishes, brown butter and roasted garlic mashed potatoes. I think this is a very universal side dish that pairs well with a lot of other food items, or you could just eat the mashed potatoes plain because it's college and no one's judging you. People do a lot worse things in college. For this week's recipe, you will need 1 head of garlic, 2 to 2.5 pounds of potatoes, 3 tablespoons of cream cheese, half a cup of milk, which you're going to warm before you add to the mashed potatoes, salt and pepper, 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then some olive oil to roast your garlic. This recipe makes about 4 to 8 servings, depending on how many potatoes you use. You're going to want to start by preheating your oven to 400 degrees, which I already did off camera, and you're also going to want to start boiling your water while you're peeling the potatoes. I'm once again using the very heavy Dutch oven, but you can use any pot to boil the water. If anyone has seen my red pot that someone broke into my house and stole, please let me know. We miss it dearly. Just like the pasta recipe that we made last week, you're going to want to salt your water. Woo! All right, you're going to want to start by peeling your potatoes. Oh. Next, you're going to want to roast your garlic because this takes about 40 minutes in the oven. You're going to want to start by cutting this part of your garlic head off. Now you're going to throw your head of garlic on a thing of tin foil and kind of bring up the sides. And now you're going to want to cover your head of garlic with olive oil and a little bit of salt. Or a lot. Then you're going to want to squeeze the top of your tin foil until it looks like a little Hershey kiss. And now she's ready to get roasted. I'm throwing mine on another thing of tin foil just in case any oil leaks out so I don't have to do the dishes. Because once again, we don't have a dishwasher and I'm lazy. So once your oven is at 400 degrees, you're going to want to stick this in for about 40 minutes. You know what they say, a watched pot never boils. Okay, now that your pot is boiling, you're going to want to add the potatoes. And then you're going to let them sit in here until they are soft. Okay, now you are going to want to brown your butter, so put your pan on medium heat and add in your cubed butter. You're going to let this sit until it gets foamy, and then once it gets foamy, start stirring it. The color should change from yellow to amber to brown, and once it's brown, immediately take it off the heat. This is what the foam on your butter should look like when it's time for you to start stirring. Once you start stirring, do not stop because you will burn it. Once your butter looks like this, immediately remove it from the heat so it doesn't burn. After 40 minutes, your garlic should look like this, and that's when you want to take it out of the oven and set it to the side. Once your potatoes are soft, you're going to want to drain them and put them back in this pot with no water for about 1 minute or until they're dry. Once your potatoes are dry, you're going to want to mash them. I will be using a hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you could probably use a large spoon and a lot of determination. Okay, so we're going to mash our potatoes. I'm just going to put this at like 2 speed until they get kind of mashed. Once you've mashed your potatoes slightly, you're going to want to microwave your milk for about 30 seconds, just because you don't want to add something cold into something hot. Once your milk is hot, you're ready to add all of your ingredients into your potatoes. So I'm just going to start with the butter. Make sure you get all the stuff that's stuck on the bottom. Your roasted garlic, you should be able to just squeeze it. Yeah, and it'll come right out. Make sure not to get any of the outsides in though. The cream cheese, your hot milk, and then a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then you're going to want to mix it all together. And then once it's all mixed together, you're all done. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of College Cooking with Caitlyn. And if you cooked along with me, I hope you enjoyed your brown butter and roasted garlic mashed potatoes. This is one of my favorite side dishes, and there's a bunch of people in my house, so I'm very excited to share this with everyone and throw a little bit on the table. But let's try this week's recipe together. Thank you so much for watching, and tune into the next episode where I show you how to make one of my favorite recipes, Marry Me Chicken Pasta, which was named because the girl who made it got proposed to after she did. And there's still no ring on my finger, so if anyone wants to put one on.